Have you ever seen a horse act out of character, pinning his ears, refusing to move, or suddenly pulling away, and immediately thought he's being disrespectful? But what if behind what looks like defiance, there's something deeper, something physical? Today, we'll uncover the fine line between disrespect and discomfort, and how one simple misunderstanding can turn a good horse into what many call difficult. You'll learn how to read the silent signals your horse gives before a real problem starts, and I'll share a powerful real-life story that changed the way I look at bad behavior forever. And if you love discovering what horses are truly trying to tell us, make sure to subscribe to Inside Horses. Your support helps this channel grow and inspires us to keep bringing you insights that strengthen the bond between humans and horses. Most riders at some point will face a horse that refuses to cooperate. A horse that won't move forward, won't accept the bit, or starts tossing his head. It's easy to label these moments as defiance, but for the horse, every reaction has a reason. In the wild, horses don't misbehave, they respond. Their instincts are built around survival, and every movement communicates something. A pinned ear, a tail swish, or a refusal to move. These are signals, not acts of rebellion. But here's where the problem starts. When those signals go unnoticed or misunderstood, the horse begins to speak louder, sometimes through what looks like resistance or aggression. A horse that's challenging your leadership will test boundaries calmly, but deliberately. He might step into your space, ignore a cue, or refuse to yield. His eyes remain alert, engaged. He's thinking, measuring, reading you. But a horse in pain reacts differently. His eyes soften or go distant, his head lowers, his muscles tense. Instead of questioning your authority, he's asking for help. He's not refusing the cue. He's trying to avoid the pain it brings. And that's where many misunderstandings begin, between a horse that won't move because he doesn't want to and one that can't. There's one subtle signal that can reveal which is which, but we'll get to that soon. Here's something that surprises even experienced riders. A horse can look stubborn one day and still be in pain the next, even if he performed perfectly yesterday. This is because horses are masters at hiding discomfort. In nature, showing weakness could cost them their life. So they mask it until the pain becomes too much to hide. That's why the moment you think he's acting out again, you should also ask, what changed for him? I'll never forget the day I met Ramone, a dark bay Lusitano gelding, 5 years old. He was young, athletic, and one of the most focused, good-natured horses I'd ever worked with, obedient, intelligent, and eager to please. In early October, Ramone was assigned to a mounted police training course, paired with Officer Fogacca. For the first few days, everything went smoothly. Ramone behaved beautifully, calm, responsive, and reliable as always. But one morning, something changed. When Officer Fogacca went to mount him, Ramone suddenly moved sideways, shaking his head, refusing to stay still. At first glance, it looked like disobedience, maybe even a bit of rebellion. We decided to take a closer look. I worked with him on the ground, asking for simple disengagement of his hindquarters, giving him space to move and release. But his body language told a different story. His eyes weren't challenging, they were uncertain. When I eased the pressure, instead of relaxing, he shifted his weight awkwardly, stretching his front legs forward and his hind legs far back. A stance horseman call camped out. That was the moment I realized this wasn't attitude. It was pain. Officer Fogacca explained that Ramone had been off work for about 3 weeks, recovering from a small leg scrape. When he returned, he went straight into daily mounted training with trotting and cantering exercises. He simply wasn't ready. His body was telling us, I'm not okay. We stopped the training immediately and called a veterinarian. Ramone was prescribed rest and a gradual return to work. Within a few weeks, he was himself again, calm, steady, cooperative. That day reminded me of one essential truth. Not every refusal is defiance. Sometimes it's the only way a horse can tell us something's wrong. A horse showing disrespect will usually test you during interaction, not when he's alone. He might crowd your space, walk ahead without permission, or ignore commands he already knows. His actions are deliberate, often accompanied by alert ears and watchful eyes. But a horse in pain reacts differently. He may resist only when performing a specific movement, like bending, stopping, or being mounted. He might lower his head, tighten his back, or refuse to pick up one lead. These are not power plays, they're protection responses. Pay attention to consistency. If the bad behavior happens every time you ask for the same movement, it's likely discomfort, not disrespect. If it happens randomly depending on your confidence or mood, it's more likely a test of leadership. And here's the subtle signal I promised earlier. The one that reveals which is which. When a horse looks away from you but keeps one ear on you, he's paying attention, he's thinking. But when both ears turn away and he mentally checks out, he's no longer challenging you. He's trying to escape something he associates with pain. To truly understand your horse, you must see beyond obedience. Every flick of an ear, every tightening of the neck, every pause before a cue. It's communication. If you punish what is actually a cry for help, the horse stops communicating. He shuts down, becomes numb, robotic, or explosive. But if you pause, breathe, and listen, something beautiful happens. The horse starts trusting you again. Leadership isn't just about being firm, it's about being fair. And fairness begins with awareness. Horses are masters at mirroring human energy. If you approach frustrated, they become tense. If you stay calm and grounded, they find peace through your presence. Empathy doesn't mean letting bad behavior slide. It means asking why before correcting it. A true horseman knows how to balance correction with compassion. Ramone taught me that day that listening is the first form of leadership. It's what separates a good trainer from a great one. So next time your horse refuses to move, pins his ears, or acts out, don't rush to label him. Ask yourself, is he testing me or is he trying to tell me something? The difference could save your partnership or even his health. And here's what we promised at the beginning, a takeaway that might change the way you ride forever. Every misbehavior is either a conversation or a cry. The secret of great horsemanship lies in knowing which one you're hearing. If this video helped you see your horse with new eyes, make sure to subscribe to Inside Horses for more stories about behavior, psychology, and the incredible mind of the horse. And share in the comments, have you ever thought your horse was being disobedient, only to realize later it was pain? Your story might help someone recognize the same before it's too late. Because in our next video, we'll go even deeper, exploring the main signs of pain that often look like rebellion, and how to recognize them early before they turn into real suffering.